I'm going to show you guys two Mortal Kombat spin-offs, Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero and Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero is a prequel based on the original Sub-Zero. And as you can see in the video, the game engine itself feels very much like Mortal Kombat 3. You have a high punch, high kick, low kick, block, and run. You also have a button for picking up items, which are usually just levitating right in the middle of the screen, and a button to turn left and right. Fans of the Mortal Kombat series will be pretty comfortable with the control, but turning left and right is going to take some getting used to because you have to press a button to do it. By killing enemies you will gain experience points, and after getting so many you will get a new special ability. You have no special abilities from the get-go, but as you progress you'll get all the moves from the classic Mortal Kombat games, such as the Ice Blast, Slide, etc. This game was released just before Mortal Kombat 4, and it introduced some new characters, such as Fujin, Quan Chi, and Shinnok. This game was released on both the PlayStation and Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 version of course has cleaner graphics, however, the PlayStation version had full motion videos. The cutscenes are actually done pretty well, and it's real people dressed as the Mortal Kombat characters doing theatrical scenes. If you guys want to watch those videos, they're easy to find on YouTube. On the Nintendo 64 version of the game, the cutscenes were left out and replaced with pictures and text. This alone makes the PlayStation version the better of the two in my opinion. Now, an adventure game where you play as Sub-Zero, and it even feels like the classic Mortal Kombat game, sounds like an excellent idea on paper. However, the execution was not so great. You'll find as you're playing this game, the control is just a little too stiff, and as you explore these levels, all you really do is look for keys. Unfortunately, this is also one of those games that suffer from being just too damn difficult. Now, the first two levels in this game aren't so bad, but as you go on, it just becomes increasingly difficult, and it just stops being fun. For whatever reason, they wanted to make this feel like Super Mario Bros., so you have a lot of platform jumping, which can be extremely annoying, and seems unfitting with a Mortal Kombat game. If you're one of those people who think games should be extremely hard, let me just put it like this. Some games are hard fun, and some games are hard boring. This falls under the category of hard boring. This isn't a terrible game by any means, however it could have been a lot better, and only hardcore Mortal Kombat fans are gonna like this one. So if you're a long-time hardcore fan of Mortal Kombat, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give this game a look. However, no guarantee you're gonna love it. And with that said, I give this game a C. And if you really want to pick it up, you can probably grab it just for a few dollars anyhow. You know, I think it would be pretty cool if they released this on the DS or PSP, just improve some of the flaws and possibly made it a little easier. However, I don't think that'll ever happen. Am I the only one that gets the vibe that Midway is just trying to ruin the Mortal Kombat series, like they created it and they want to destroy it? With that said, I'm going to take a look at Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Now, I'm not going to say this is the worst game ever made, but if you're going to use the Mortal Kombat franchise, why not at least take the time to develop a decent game? When it comes to gameplay, presentation, and just about every other aspect of this game, it seems completely uninspired. This game was released in the year 2000, so there was a lot of adventure games out there such as Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, Shenmue. Basically, there should have been a lot of inspiration and possible directions to go with this game. However, they decided to go against the grain and just make something not worth playing. For example, when it comes to graphics, this game is even ugly when it comes to first generation PlayStation graphics. The levels are very pixelated, low polygon count, very little detail, just no effort went into designing the visuals of this game. This is also the least violent Mortal Kombat I've ever seen. Look when this guy falls apart, just looks like clumps of dog shit. I have no idea how this game got the mature rating. Who would really consider this violent? And since you guys seeing it in action, let me bring up that this game has a horrible fighting engine. As you're tapping buttons, it really doesn't feel like you're doing anything. Like Mortal Kombat 3, you have a high punch, high kick, and low kick, and you can mix these up to do combos. Unfortunately for this game, the control is broken, so pulling off combos is a bitch. You can also pick up guns in this game, such as a machine gun, shotgun, rocket launcher, etc. Fortunately, those do work pretty well. And as you can see, the game uses light sourcing, so this is officially the ugliest game to ever utilize light sourcing. This is an adventure game, so I'm sure you guys are wondering what your goal in these levels are. Well, you just run around the levels, killing enemies, and looking for passwords. That's about it. And by the way, watch this. I'm running through a hallway, and as soon as I get to the end, I get shot. How the hell would I dodge that? And that happens a lot in this game. In fact, sometimes as you're running through a hallway, bullets will just start flying at you, and there's nothing you can do but keep running through those bullets to get to the enemy. But like I said, this isn't the worst game I ever played, and it's still rather functional at least. If you're a fan of good games, you might not like this one, but if you play it a little bit, there's a good chance you might find some redeeming qualities about it. With that said, I give it a D. But yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, hey, when are you going to review Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks? And obviously guys, I know about the fucking game. I'm a pretty big Mortal Kombat fan. You don't have to request it. And perhaps down the road I will review it, as I did enjoy the game. Of course it's got its flaws, but I'm going to save all my thoughts on that for another video. And until next time, you guys take it easy.